You are too much. You are too much. Well, well, well. Here we are again. Wednesday Whine. Cheers, cheers. Going live from Chicago, Illinois. I'm Ana Belaval. We meet here every Wednesday. Let me see. Something's going on. You know what? Because the time is changing soon, and now it's fall here in the Midwest. Well, fall everywhere. The sunlight changes, and so I've been very finicky and annoying with my light today. So hopefully, hey, Jean, Diana, Carol. I hope you don't see how dirty my glasses are. What is it? Earbuds. She's gonna go get a. Hey, Todd, Miriam, Geraldine, Carol. Cheers, cheers. Red wine today. I don't know if it's the full moon. I don't know what it is. But do you have any of those days where you're like, I feel kind of meh? The kids call it meh. I call it blah. I was talking to my friend Sol, and I'm like, and I don't know, it's a big Puerto Rican term. I don't think any other Latin Americans use it, but they say, estoy apesta. Apesta means that you're just fed up. And I've had a couple of days like that. And I don't know if it's the full moon or that I haven't been resting, or in all honesty, if you live in Chicago and you have a kid in the Chicago public school system and you're looking for a good high school, the process is worse than applying for college. And it's really stressing us out, and it's stressing our daughter out. And it's like my friend Mikey said, there is no way around it except for moving to the suburbs, which I'm not going to do. So it's hard. And so you don't feel like you're being a good parent. You don't feel like the kid's being a good student. And then, I've been doing a lot of things professionally. And I think I'm coming off of that. I've been doing a lot of things, and now there's a lull for now. And you think like, man, I have to do all this hustle. And granted, I have a very lucky, blessed life. I am surrounded by friends who are creative, who, do not have the benefit of being a pseudo celebrity like I am. Like my actor friends, they're so nice to let me complain, but this is their hustle. This is what they do. So it's just one of those things where you're like, como pa qué? ¿Para qué estoy haciendo todo esto? Why can't I just chill, right? And my kid told me the other day, my kid has had this thing lately, like, what's for dinner? And I'm chicken. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, then you cook. But I don't mean it, because that means I have to take her to the supermarket. See, I think some medium. De todo un poco. Un chin de todo. I get it. I totally get it. I'm lazy. Oh, and we went to a party on Saturday, and Mary and Todd were there. And we were in close quarters, and allegedly everyone was vaccinated. But those of us that live in Chicago, we were like sitting at a table really worried. And so yesterday I started feeling sick and worried about it. And I go, do you have the symptoms? No, you don't. It happens at day 5. Look at Juan. That is the COVID. I love that we add the COVID to everything we say. So is Spanish language hard to learn? I think Ramesa, I don't know, if you speak another language other than English, if you speak 2 languages, maybe a third one is not as hard. And if you speak another Romance language, it may not be as hard. I tried learning Italian and it was awful. And I think the older you are, the harder it is. Anywho. Yeah, but honestly, no, I don't think it's COVID. I just think it's like apestamiento global, like a whole thing of I don't want to adult anymore. But I didn't like being a kid either. So adulting doesn't bother me as much, pero siempre un gelengue, like things take so long. I also think the da is Chicago. You're right, Doug. I meant to say that to Juan. Yeah, it's a Chicago thing. Just had it with trusting others, to be honest. It likes no chingas conmigo. See, Archie, I feel you. I feel you. See, Robin is meh too. Robin, Heather. Oh, I'm sorry, Lily. I am so sorry. But getting COVID, it's not like getting the flu or getting a regular virus. Emotionally, it takes a toll on you. But also, besides physically, Lily, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because then people are like, where were you? Are you vaccinated? Why did you go out? Why were you sitting so close to that person? Did you wear a mask? So it's almost like you're wearing a scarlet letter. Most of my friends that have had COVID are like, yeah, I got COVID. Like, I'm going to jump on them. And I think people ask because they genuinely want to find a trace of, hey, almost like when someone young dies and you're like, what did they die from? And it's like, no, it was sudden. And you're like, no, something must have been wrong. So I have that feeling with when you have COVID, Lily, it's like, it's almost the emotional side effects that people are questioning you. And also I have friends that have had COVID and have been vaccinated, so they've been okay, but the test keeps coming back positive, and it really does a number on your emotions. So, okay, Joseph, I love it. Fantastic and only improving. Salud por ti. I'm so happy. Another thing, why is my TV turning on randomly? Mary, see, they told us that place was haunted yesterday because the TV turns on without anyone turning it on. And this has been happening in my house, Mayor, and I hadn't told you. And besides, it's on channel 7. Like, ¿por qué? Why isn't it on channel 9? Para mí, que eso, that's the ghost of an anchor from channel 7 or something. Let me go turn it off. Although I do love my Cheryl Burton. She's a goddess. Let me turn this off. Sorry. We have no idea why that turns on. Just that little glitch got us to go do an around town at the old Chicago Inn. Oh, look, my wine glass. A lot of you guys talk about this. This is from West Elm. Isn't it great? I bought the ones with the stem and without. So yeah, we don't have an Alexa. Marlene, I have the kids, or Marlene, I have the kids that are scared of everything, just like their mother. So they asked for an Alexa, and then they hated the fact that Alexa would just perk up without them talking. And sometimes, because my son's name is Alex, we would say Alex and she would perk up, freaked. Oh, see, the ghost of Jerry Taft. Dios me lo tenga donde no se moje. Mayor, it may be, and I hadn't told you that, Mary, but it's been happening lately. But I don't believe in any of that ghost crap, so I'm going to move on. What is it? The kids are doing that. My kids do that to me. They have it set up on their phones, turn off the volume to change the channel. It's one of our kids. I'm going to go find them. I am going to go find them. Hi from Florida. So yeah, I've just brujería. Ay, nena, no, achepati, no digas esas cosas. But Lily, you were in the hospital with oxygen. It's just too much, honey. I hope you start feeling better soon. Fully vaccinated and took care always. Still got it. Yes, I can't feel myself. Mom, I'm sorry. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, Kathy, you're a first timer. Welcome to Wednesday Wine. I'm sorry that, like, this is another thing my dad says. Papi, ¿cómo está? Entre clarito y azul oscuro. That means the direct translation is between baby blue and dark blue. So I don't know what he means. I don't know if he means that he's meh. I don't know. He'll explain it soon. My parents watch and they try to put messages and they never can. Have I ever been to Costa Rica? No, I haven't been to Costa Rica, but I heard it's beautiful. Here's my thing. I've traveled a lot, but I've never been to South America, which is un crimen. I've never been to Mexico, otro crimen. Because when I grew up, my parents were like European files, right? They wanted to take us to Europe or to the United States. But my mom and dad did travel to South America, and my dad went to Venezuela and Colombia, and they would tell us how wonderful it was. So I'm saying that I need to branch out. So anyway, yes. Thankfully, yesterday when I felt like really blah, I had therapy with my therapist. I've been going to therapy since I was 13. And then in college, I didn't go. And then when I started working, when I was 21, from 21 to now, and I'm 47, and I've been going to the same therapist for that amount of time. So the man has met me single, married, with children. He's awesome. And he was great. And, I was able to talk to him yesterday, and he said, you know what? You have a lot of things going on at the same time. And I think you just have to focus on one thing. And I think he's right. I have to focus on taking my kid to the high school tours and making sure she feels like she's going to pass that test and making sure she's studying for that test. And that's step one. And then step two, I haven't told you, but I have merch coming out soon. Yup. I've got merch with the Estoy Cute. That's coming out soon. So I'm working on that too. And just do my job every day to the best of my abilities. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think, one other thing too, I have to stop looking at Instagram because I follow a lot of, I'm being really real. I follow a lot of younger Latina journalists that are doing exactly what I would have loved to do at their age, but the opportunities weren't there. And I'm so proud of them, but a little bit of me is like, why am I not next to Rita Moreno taking a picture at a party where Eva Longoria is? But I'm so happy that those girls have taken the baton and gone to home plate, which are two different sports, I know. And I found my way too, and I'm very happy with my life, and I am so proud that they can do that, and that some of us paved the way for that, so I'm so excited. But I say, you compare yourself, and you're like, maybe I should have stayed at Univision, and maybe I would have had the big Miami mansion, right? Or I don't know, stuff like that. But in reality, it's because I have too much stress, and God bless my therapist. Thank you, Ana. You're so down to earth. Love your personality. You make our days and make us laugh so much. Thank you. I haven't. Is it on Netflix? Astrid, I have to watch it because 6 Degrees of Lin-Manuel Miranda, the woman who directed it, Mariam Perez, which I think maybe I discussed this with you last time, did that documentary with Rita because Mariam's son was in One Day at a Time with Rita. So there you go. I'm so excited. I got to see it on Netflix because that woman, and when I interviewed her, because I did interview her, by the way, she didn't invite me to a party, but I did interview with her, and I did have dinner with Lin-Manuel, and we chatted a lot, and allegedly he remembers me. And of course, there's my boy, David Begnaud. So just because Ricky Martin doesn't pay any attention to me, whatever. So anywho, I interviewed Rita Moreno, and I told her how much I admired her and how much I love her and how much I loved her character of Anita. Everyone wanted to be Maria in West Side Story, and I wanted to be Anita. But my friends maybe be part of the ensemble because I wasn't that strong of a singer or dancer, but whatever. But that woman is fantastic. I love her. Oh, mira esto. Isn't it crazy? Nobody in a million years would ever think I was struggling with anxiety and depression. It's always us upbeat people that try to hide it the most. Therapy is always the answer. I try and get everyone I know to do it. Me too. Me too, Danielle. And before Simone Biles, before the tennis player whose name I think it's Osaka. I don't want to butcher her last name. Before all those young girls and that generation, when I would tell somebody I went to therapy, they would be like, you? Why? And I'm like, because the rest of you don't go and I have to handle you guys, which is a joke. But I tell everybody they should go. And I wasn't, honestly, I am on an anti-anxiety pill now, but that's because, I hit a wall at some point and my therapist recommended it, but for years I wasn't. And I have no problem with that either, because if you have an allergy, if you have some kind of ailment, you will take your pill every day. And I don't mind taking my pill every day. And I come from a family who loves going to therapy. My mom was taking us to therapy since we were little kids. So at 13, when I told her that I wanted to go to therapy, she understood. And then when my daughter at 11 said, I want to deal with my anxiety in therapy, I took her. My son goes for behavioral therapy. My husband, we are all therapied out. worked, and it has been fantastic. It has been really good for us, and I recommend it to everyone. And I know that unfortunately it is not as accessible, but I do know that that's changing too. So hopefully people can go out there and get help. But yeah, my coworkers hate it when I'm down and I'm not in a good mood. My kids don't like it either, but I feel it. Like yesterday and the day before, I felt like I was in a fog. And I know it's going to be, I know it manifests itself physically. Sometimes it's my stomach, sometimes it's a fog or a headache. And today I feel perfectly fine. And, I think you also have to surround yourself with people who will uplift you and not judge you. And um, I have my friend Sol is my media manager, my digital media manager in Miami, and has been a friend for many years. And just by texting her and saying, I'm not feeling it, I don't know what to do for YouTube, estoy apestada. Sol was like, you're doing great. This is what you have to do. Don't worry about anything today. Take a mental break today, and tomorrow we'll regroup. And she gave me a few ideas, and she made me feel good about myself. And that's what you need. And so we all need it, no matter where we are. Lenny, have you been barking or baking? Que estoy preocupada. I take a lot of, wait. Let's see. I take oh, really? Are you messing with me? Although you have a slaps Burke. Whatever J-Lo does, we'll do. But the guy from Coldplay, Chris Martin, that is the cutest picture ever. Let's see. I'm clinically diagnosed and on treatment for anxiety and ADHD. Therapy and meds make a world of a difference. And you don't know how many people from our generation, I'm 47, went misdiagnosed with ADHD and ADD. And what a difference the medication has made for them in their 40s and their 30s. So I think it's never too late, I love how you are all like, yes to therapy. You know what, Joey? I never watched Rita on Electric Company. I don't know if it's because I'm too young or because they didn't have it in Puerto Rico. Since I grew up in Puerto Rico, it was kind of touch and go what we got on public TV. West Side Story. See, Debbie, here's the thing. I have a love-hate relationship with West Side Story. And I know that one of my friends, Melissa Duprey, who is now in Grey's Anatomy, and you should all watch it. She plays an intern. And Melissa is an author and an actor and a director, you name it. And she's from Chicago. But anyway, Melissa posted, do we really need to make another West Side Story? And in all honesty, I don't need it. The first one was great. The musical was fantastic. But you don't know what they did to our brand. Like my daughter likes to say. You know how many times I had to listen to the nasty lyrics about Puerto Ricans? Hated that part of it. Did not like the song I Want to Live in America. And Puerto Rico should sink in the ocean. And I remember my mom went to see the play, the musical on Broadway. My grandma took her. And when they got in the car, my mom was bawling. And my grandma's like, why are you crying? You didn't like it? And she's like, now everyone's going to think that we're all gangbangers. So yeah, I have a love and hate relationship with it. I don't think we need those stereotypes, even if they cast all Latinos and whatever. Come on now. But I mean, it's Steven Spielberg. He may do a great job. I also don't love musicals turned movies. I know, I don't. The only one I've liked is Chicago. Whatever, that's just me. I'm just obscene, like Eminem would say. Let me see what you all are saying here. What the hell is your problem, Art? I'm not a fan of taking pics of myself though, but thank you for recognizing him. He's amazing. His real name is Josh. Why did he name it to Chris? Or is your real name Josh? I got it. Now I'm all confused. I love it. Let's see. George Shakers was super wonderful in West Side Story. Yes, he was. And the choreography and the music. Come on now. It was great, but we don't need to remake it. See, telehealth. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. A lot of them have to do with murder. Sorry, I am your stereotypical mom. And there is this app or this service. You all who listen to podcasts can tell me what it is. And it's not telehealth. But it's like, an app and the therapist talks to you via telehealth or the fun. I love it. And telehealth is great because now we don't have to see anybody. Where was I today? I wasn't anywhere. Our Around Town got canceled because the people we were going to go see had an illness in the family and they were super stressed out. And they called us and said, can we postpone it? And we said yes. That's what's great about WGM Morning News. And the reason why I love to work where I work, we get it, right? And so we weren't going to force ourselves on these people who are going through a big issue in their families. You know, we really don't have to. See, Jefa, you and I connected. Have you seen Maid? No, but I read the book and the book was so good. The book was very good. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why I haven't seen it. Oh, look, we have a troll. Let's do this. I love it. Let me do this. Boom! Blocking the user. It's always awesome. So I agree. It's stupid to start singing all of this. And the thing is that my daughter likes musicals too. So I've seen more musicals since she's been around and I like them. I'm fine. So yes, the wine glasses are all of a sudden, singing all of a sudden. It's like, whatever. The Sound of Music. I like The Sound of Music. Does about, Eva, don't make me. I love Hamilton and I love In the Heights on stage. But that's okay. He's doing Tick, Tick, Boom, and it looks like I'm going to like it. And that's okay. Yes, Melissa Duprey is wonderful. I want to see her production of Brujaja. Me too. So Melissa Duprey, who I was just talking about, who is on Grey's Anatomy, there is a production of her show called Brujaja on October 23rd and 24th in Chicago. So don't miss it. She's amazing. And I'm sure the show is great too. That's another thing. Now, because of all these tours and soccer games, I have no time to go see my friends perform. And Nelly Castro was all mad at me and whatever. So whatever. See, Grease didn't bother me either. Grease didn't bother. Well, no, it did bother me. Whatever. Yes, we are at Fantasy Costumes. I love Eva. Gasp. I am at Fantasy Costumes tomorrow. And tomorrow, there may be some surprises, and it's a whole female cast. The boys are skipping this year because of personal reasons. They don't want to wear a mask while they do it. And Fantasy Costumes wants us to wear a mask, and I want to wear a mask. So we'll go do it. This is going to love it. Yes, I do. I have a career that I love. Absolutely. I can't complain about that. Yeah, absolutely. And I do love them because we don't pull that kind of crap. Those people were having an issue in their family and we weren't going to push it. And we get that all the time. We get the whole idea of people always tell us, it's so nice to have you here. You're so relaxed. You're so cool. And we never understand it because we don't know how to do business any other way. So, espérate, tú eres la que me está preguntando. See, I don't know why Grease turned me off. I think it's because of that thing that they would have dialogue and then I got chills. I don't get the whole talking through song. I don't know. This Maribel is telling me this because Maribel has been a friend since I was 21 years old. I make everyone in my household watch your videos. I love you, Mari. That's because she loves me. Ooh. Yes, that is a good one. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe. Mm-hmm. Joey, you're like a musical head. I like that. See, we understand. Don't we understand, Mare? It's a lot more than about making news, making TV. So anyway, you went all the way to Baskin Robbins?
I told you.
Oh, she walked. Anyway.
Cheers.
Cheers. She may be with me on Wednesday Wine next week. Yes, indeed. I was going to have her today, and she said, no, I'm not ready. I'm not dressed for it, and I don't have a topic. This is what I want to see. Dear Evan Hansen, I want to see the movie. But I haven't seen the musical. So, there you go. All right. Yeah, I go, okay, yeah. I'm very happy with my career. There's no reason to be jealous. And all those women that I follow are friends of mine and I love them and I can't be prouder of them. But everyone has their days, especially when things are chaotic at home and all that stuff. Oh, look, she brought the chick.
You flushed with cash.
I gave you $10.
Yes, you did, and she only gave me ones.
$6 was the milkshake at Back in Robbins. Why is it hard, Luis? We don't have time. Because if you want a selective enrollment high school, which tend to be a little better than the neighborhood high schools, then it's a whole project. Mary, my availability is wide open. I'm bringing you back, Mary. I'm bringing you back.
But not before me.
But see, your other niece says not before her. Telling you. So we will see you tomorrow at Fantasy Costumes. And if you haven't seen this because you're not local, every year we go to Fantasy Costumes, which is one of our custom shops in Chicago. And we choose Halloween costumes, but they are not necessarily your traditional ones that come in the basket, in the little plastic bag. We go rogue, and sometimes we get in trouble. So tomorrow, the girls take over, and we're gonna do Fantasy Costumes. So we hope you guys can catch it, and if not, you can stream us live or watch the replay or whatever. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Paul is not going, only girls. And so get ready, because I already got a list of some of the ones I'm doing. And I'm excited. I'm excited. The girls, I'm just going to say, are more organized than the boys. I'm just saying. All right. Guys, have a great day. Have a great night and survive the rest of the weekend. That's all the week. Freudian slip. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me.